Hi, welcome back. If you see the kind of background color changing, it's because I have a rainbow thing on my light. I don't know, but when I'm like channeling or whatever, it feels good to have like some sort of color on the actual light instead of just like a bright, like, you know, like the bright, like really nice lighting, because it feels like it's like staring me down, like I'm on like a stage or something. But today we're starting with my literary witches oracle. I'm an avid reader, and so when I saw this in store, I was like, oh, I have to get it. This was years ago though. Years ago. I haven't bought any new decks, like tarot, any new tarot or oracle decks in years. It's been a long time. And for the oracles, I'm going to be reading out of the little guidebook. But the first card out here is Sandra Cisneros, and it's the body. Joys of the body, sorrows of the body, the senses. Born in a working-class Chicago neighborhood to a Mexican father and a Mexican-American mother, Sandra Cisneros navigates the richness and misogyny of both Mexican and American cultures. She vowed to never marry and to always have a house of her own. Her most famous book, The House on Mango Street, a coming-of-age novel of saturated senses, vignettes, is taught in elementary schools and colleges alike. Make sure to check out her poetry, which asserts a healthy sexuality, and her masterful short stories too. And in this oracle, there's like, so it starts with the witches, and it's just famous literary women. And then it has the witches' materials. And those are like these sort of things. And I don't think I showed you the women. But yeah, this is like the women. So it just has like a little picture of the card, their name, and then like a brief thing about their work. What are we looking for here? Okay, so then we have the eel here, and it says what lurks: electricity and dishonesty. And then we have the toad, which is humor, the grotesque, and joy. Let me open back up too. Okay, so if we look at Sandra, and then we also look at both of these cards here, it's kind of like the duality of something, right? So she was a Mexican-American woman born to a Mexican father and a Mexican-American mother. She navigates both the richness, which is the joy, the humor, that's the toad, and the misogyny, what lurks underneath. Hold up, let me go back and look at what lurks, dishonesty, electricity. So yeah, this is looking very much so like you standing in the middle of duality, dealing with duality. That's really nice. That's really interesting. Very interesting. All right, let's see what we can't learn about this. I'm using my Golden Girls Tarot. Again, I got that a long time ago. I don't know where though. I can't remember where I bought that. Most of them I've bought from like, I know I have like a couple decks or a deck or two that's from like my small town like local metaphysical shop, and then others are from like Barnes and Noble. I think the Literary Witches is from Barnes and Noble, but I'm not sure where the rest of them are from, honestly. All right, let's get into it. What tell me about this eel here? Okay. So I'm pulling cards for both sides of the duality first, and then I'll pull cards for you. Okay. Okay, so it looks like we're dealing with something a little bit deceptive. Maybe looking at you as a whole. Because on one end here we have someone who's not very introspective, someone who isn't very honest, and on the other side we have someone who's hardworking, who does the work to heal, who does the transformative like shadow work to have these endings and beginnings, like someone that is open to transition, open to change. And then on one side we have someone who's not open to change, not willing to look inward, not willing to look inward, maybe scared, maybe waiting for the right time. Somebody who doesn't necessarily go for something, they're waiting for the right time, and that's a little bit deceptive because they're really just procrastinating. So this might be the two sides of self. You know, on one hand you're an overachiever and you put in a lot of work, you do the healing work, you're very open to transformation, but on the other hand, like your shadow side uses, you know, in some ways uses their spirituality as a reason to wait. That's not what I meant. Hold up, I'm being told that's not it. Maybe it's just a bit of a procrastinator, a little bit deceptive. I mean, it could be a little bit of like the toxic spirituality, but like bypassing and things like that. There's one end that does that and wants to do that. There's one end that wants to work through everything and have these transformative sort of experiences. Toads are also like symbols of water, renewal, things of that nature. Eels kind of remind me of like snaky, slippery little creatures. But yeah. And then we have you in the middle, trying to keep the balance, pick the path, and make the tough decisions, and very grounded energy here, but also like someone's deciding, and someone who just wants like inner balance. That's you, someone who's keeping it all together. So you have these two kind of opposing sides of self, and then what you present to the world is kind of like this unified front of like, yep, I chose a path, like this is the best thing for me going forward. You're very decisive. You don't really play like that about this, you know what I mean? Like you're very much so like, this is what I'm doing. Okay. Can I get a little bit more on temperance? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So what's the message? Okay. Clarify the 6 of Cups. So maybe you're having, it seems like you may be feeling a bit anxious about a manifestation coming in. Because of this internal conflict, because of like the impatience, also because now that I'm looking back at the first spread, it could read as like deception, impatience, not trusting divine timing, feeling stuck on one hand, and then on the other, like knowing that things are going to work out, knowing that things are going to change and you're going to have your new beginning. And you may be having but you're presenting like, yes, like, okay, you're handling the duality of like being anxious about your manifestation, but also like understanding that like it takes time and that things take time and that things are renewing for you. It seems like you're having a bit of anxiety about whether your manifestation is coming in, and I can confirm it is coming in for you. This may be something that you have been manifesting for a while. It's a kind of stable new beginning. And like you're very clear on what you want. Like you may have been thinking like maybe I wasn't clear enough because there's a lot of like internal conflict. There's a lot of anxiety here. And you may be thinking like, oh, maybe it's not coming because I wasn't clear enough, or maybe I should revise it, or maybe it wasn't right, or none of those things. It is coming in. You were very clear about what you wanted. Like the parameters, you set the parameters, you know, like the universe, God, whatever you call it, they are aware of exactly what you want. You were clear, you were concise, there were boundaries, there were parameters, like they know to a T what you're asking for, right? So they want you to know that you don't have to be anxious about if you asked correctly or if they understood your intention. They did. They understood the intention, like you are understood completely. Okay? And whatever this is, like it is coming in. I don't know if you're wondering maybe if you should be doing something else or doing something more. Spirit is saying no. Whatever you're doing, it's working. Just keep going with it. If you want to add, or like if you want to add things, if you want to take things away, that's completely up to you. But Spirit's saying that it doesn't matter, because it's already like it's meant for you. So it's already on its way. It's already out here moving. Yeah. Hold up. Yeah. 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 Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. So we got the Empress and the Emperor that came out here. I can't really see them with the thing, but it's both the Empress and the Emperor. And the Seven of Cups. What I'm getting here is like there's so many different things that you can do. Like you can literally do anything. Like there are so many different things you can do. There are so many different pathways you can take with getting to where you want to go, right? And Spirit's saying like whatever one you choose, none of them are bad. None of them are worse than the other. Like either one is going to have its own set of challenges, or any of these paths are going to have their own set of challenges, their own whatever. None of them are the wrong choice because you're going to get to where you need to go. You need to stop second guessing so much every move that you make, right? So it's like maybe you do something and you're like, oh man, like was that the wrong thing to do? Was that the wrong step? Like maybe every step you take towards this thing, you're second guessing whether that was the correct thing. Spirit's saying, and whatever you do, it's cool. Like it's cool. We are cool. What you are asking for is coming regardless. Like you're cool. However you want to go about this, that's okay. You're going to get there. They want you in this deck. This one is the Fountain Tarot. It has this one card here, and it's an additional card in the Major Arcana, so it's not a traditional one, and it's called the Fountain, and it's about just being, just existing, just being. So the universe, or Spirit here, is just kind of saying like it doesn't matter, you just need to be you. You just, anything that feels deeply fulfilling and like it sparks passion, like it sparks joy, anything that feels like that feels like you, that feels like free flowing movement and just raw creative energy, anything that feels like that is good, right? So even if you think it's silly, even if you think you look goofy, even if you're insecure about it, even if you second guess it, you're just being told to be. To be. And things will be balanced. You will get to your justice. We have justice out here twice. We have the Empress and the Emperor. I think we have the Queen of Swords twice, the King of Swords once. So we have the King and Queen of Swords out here as well. We have Judgment out here twice as well. You're very, very aligned. Like, Spirit here, Spirit's saying essentially that no matter what you do, you're not going to ruin this. You're not going to mess this up for yourself. It can't be messed up. It is written in the stars for you. It's just really funny. I saw a shooting star recently. When I was taking my dog for a walk at night. But yeah, you're just being told to trust your intuition. Trust that you, like, everything's going to work out for you. Everything always works out for you. But yeah, you're not being led astray. Nothing you're doing is going to make it come any less quickly or any sooner. Like, whatever you do, like, you literally, first, it's reading like this path is kind of like set in stone. Not that there can't be like different little changes or whatever, but like the end goal, the end game is set. Like, this is something that you have a higher calling to do. You have a higher calling for. Like, it's your birthright. Whatever this is your birthright. Like, you can't mess this up. Like, it's not possible. It's not possible at all. But yeah, I think that's all I have for you. Just trust that it's coming and trust that you can't mess it up. Just do whatever makes you feel good, like the wise Adrienne Louise from Yoga with Adrienne once said, find what feels good. But alright, that's everything I have. I'll see you next time. Bye.